So the other day, me and my two friends were playing Rust. We're having an outstanding day, right? Everywhere we're going, we're leaving a path of death, destruction, and mayhem in our wake. Well, really my two friends were leaving a path of death, destruction, and mayhem in their wake, and I was leaving a path of completely barren, looted bodies in my wake. I was really only there for the financial benefits, right? So basically I was like a CEO of ExxonMobil or one of those big oil companies. And my two friends were U.S. Marines, and the entire map was Iraq back in '03. Anyways, it was getting late, so we wrapped it up for the day. Called it quits for the evening. We all went to bed. I woke up the next morning. I wanted to go up to my roof to enjoy the nice, serene view of the surroundings before another long day of death and destruction, and most importantly, profit. And I was met with this shit. What the fuck is that? That motherfucker's in there? Dude, he threw that shit up overnight. What is this fucking ugly piece of shit? I took a lot of time and care and choosing the locale for this base. I built it. Took me like 3 or 4 fucking days to build this piece of shit. It's got a nice waterfront view. Got a nice view of the desert and the forest. Just beautiful views all around. And then this fucking piece of shit goes up overnight. That thing is a fucking eyesore. This really made me understand the plight of that guy from Fallout 3, the one who lived in the tower and he wanted you to blow up the little city, the first city you go to. I was that guy in that tower, and that fucking shithole base on that rock. That was Megaton. So I knew I had to deal with this problem somehow. So I schemed for a day or two. And once I had perfected this scheme, I got my friends in a call, and some of you guys. That's right. I gave you motherfuckers unpaid internships. Put that on your resume, motherfucker.
So fucking big. Honestly, yeah, you can't. I actually matched
Shut the fuck up!
Long ago.
Shut up! Shut up! Now, gentlemen, I'm sure you're all wondering why I've gathered you here today. That is because yesterday I logged on to Rust, went onto my roof, looked around, wanted to enjoy the view of my waterfront property, and I look over to my left and I see this fucking giant, massive eyesore of a base. Not only was it annoying to look at, but it was within a square mile of my base, which means that it's depreciating my property value as we speak. I thought about this for a little while, and I thought about the best way to go about handling this problem. I thought maybe we should raid them. Maybe we should raid them and just blow their base up, get it off the map, right? But everyone's been raided. Everyone knows the feeling of being raided. You'll wake up, your fucking doors are gone, your bag is gone, there's nothing left in your base, you're kind of sad for a few hours, and then you forget about it. I don't want that for them. I want them to experience the maximum amount of psychological pain that I can possibly inflict on them. I want them... Can you shut the fuck up?
I was closing my window.
So instead of raiding them, instead of blowing their base up, I've decided that we're gonna do like 3, maybe 4 layers of compound around their base. We're gonna set up a minefield around their base. We're gonna set up SAM sites so they can't fucking fly out. We're gonna set up turrets so they can't fucking walk out. We're gonna set up fucking a speaker system so we can make them listen to like California Dreamin' on loop for 40 hours. Sounds of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, stuff like that. And it's mostly because I want these guys to lay awake in their bed at like 2 in the morning looking at the ceiling, wondering why the fuck would somebody do that to me? Why would someone go that far out of their way to just fuck with me like that? I want them while they're at their shitty 9-to-5 job as a cashier, while they're ringing out geriatric customers with a 1,000-yard stare in their eyes, thinking, why the fuck would someone do that to me? So basically, I came up with this whole scheme, right, that I just told you guys about, but it turns out that there was some logistical oversights, which is basically just a fancy way of me saying that I miscalculated the amount of resources it'll take to bring this plan to fruition, and now I need you guys to farm for me. Gentlemen, let me be completely honest with you here. There was no logistical oversight. Alright, before I even decided that I was going to Psyop these guys, I did extensive research on how much it was going to cost, and I was okay with the cost. I just didn't want to farm for it myself. And if there's anything I've learned in my nearly 2 decades of living in this anarcho-capitalist wet dream of a country, it's that if you want something done and you don't want to do it, you gotta find yourself a couple of poor schmucks to do it for you, and pay them as little as humanly possible. Another thing that I've learned is that it's absolutely imperative that you maximize profit off of every endeavor. So we'll be right back with today's video after a word from today's sponsor. Alright gentlemen, it is tomorrow. The fine unpaid interns that I put on the task of farming Well, they did a hell of a job. They got the whole psyop done in a fucking night. Look at this shit. Oh my god, I'm gonna come. Ugh. So originally what I wanted to do was emulate what the US Army's Psychological Operations Unit did to Noriega during the Cuban Missile Crisis. For those of you who don't know, they cornered him in an embassy and then proceeded to blast rock music at him for weeks on end until he eventually surrendered. But then the other night, I'm watching this documentary on different CIA torture methods. Don't know why, but I found something pretty neat. You see, they got this one method called black box torture. Basically, they put you in this tiny little wooden box. They isolate you from every kind of sensory input, and then they blast annoying-ass sounds at you until you break. And I figured that sounded a whole lot cooler than that pussy-ass psyop shit. So I've got 4 cassette tapes here, and these will be the basis of my black box torture. And this is what it sounds like when they all play at once. So now I guess all that's left is actually, you know, going and psyopping these guys, going and putting the... Hold up. They're missing some shit that was on top of their base. What the fuck? Dude, don't tell me they got fucking raided. Don't fucking tell me they got raided. It doesn't look right. Oh, fuck. The side of their base is blown open. Oh, fuck, dude. No. Oh, fuck, man. All I wanted to do was psychologically torture these people. Oh, and some fucking sweaty fat Russ nerd came and raided them. Fuck. Now, upon finding out that my neighbors had already been raided, I was overcome with a wave of sadness and grief that lasted for all of 2 minutes and 14 seconds, until I finally came to my senses and remembered that I still had everything I needed to do this psyop. You know, I had all the materials. I just lacked the target. So I went and I found another target. Now I know what you're thinking. Terry, now who the fuck are you psyopping? Well, I settled on psyopping these 2 random guys. Both of those bases there. Why? They were the first base I stumbled across. Now please, enjoy this poorly made construction montage that I decided to throw in this video for no reason other than the fact that I wanted to pad the runtime of this video to jam more mid-roll ads into it and make more money. You know what? These guys, this fucking base is in the way. I think I've got enough. I'm just gonna put them in the psyop too. They're getting psyop too. Fuck them. All right, and the walls are down. Let's go, gentlemen. And finally, after 2 busted nuts, 20 man-hours worth of farming, and 2 hours of building, the Psyop was complete, and all that was left was to let the recipients of the Psyop know where to find me, and wait for them to contact me. You must be the man I trapped in your base, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, I'd like to welcome you. You've been admitted to the position of unpaid intern for Teriyaki and Company. Basically, the way this works, I'm going to open these gates for 1 hour a day. I'm going to give you 1 hour of computer time a day. Go out, do your thing, do your raids, run your monuments or whatever, kill some people. 95% of all profit earned by you goes to me.
Alrighty, sounds good. This is perfect. And I'll get you the 95%, right?
95%. 1 hour a day.
You got it.
What time do you want to be let out? What time do you want me to cut you loose?
How about at 12 p.m.?
12 p.m.? That's an hour from now for me.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. This isn't what it looks like.
I don't know, man. What's this supposed to look like?
I was just gonna go exploring inside the wall.
Yeah, so you see that base over there? Yeah, he ended up getting thrown in here too because his TC was too big.
Well, I mean, I saw him like starting to build, and then he got scared when I came out with a gun, so he just like hid inside, and I see he didn't finish his base. I mean, if you want me to, I can raid that.
No, it's fine.
I mean, it's up to you, or we can just keep him here as a neighbor.
No, it's fine. It's I got 2 for the price of 1 with this one, dude. Yeah, there's a minefield there.
So, are you a bargaining man?
It depends. What do you have to offer?
Are you a bargaining man? I mean, it's not much, but I'm looking to get maybe 2 hours in.
2 hours. All right. So, what are you offering?
Some sulfur and charcoal.
Sulfur and charcoal. See, I don't really have a need for sulfur or charcoal. You see, I don't get my rocks off in raiding people. What I like in this game is, you know, imprisoning people in their own homes and basically enslaving them, but under the guise of an unpaid internship. You know. So how about like three large boxes full of stone? That way I can add another layer of compound to this.
Consider it done. Maybe I just need to go buy a jackhammer, and then boom.
I hold all the cards. There's nothing this sad little British man can do. This is revenge for the OnlyFans video when the British guy on my team charged me and the boys fucking taxes. He just get on and steal our fucking loot. This is revenge. I'm glad I psyoped this guy instead of my fucking neighbor. Wait a second. I just realized I'm gonna need some collateral.
What kind of collateral?
95% of everything.
I was even considering maybe 99%.
You know, this is why we hired you. This is why you were chosen for this unpaid internship.
I'm a hard worker. I need the money, but I mean it's unpaid. But I need the.
Well, we're paying you an exposure.
Exactly. Okay, so I'll give you 99%.
Now at this point, I was at a real emotional impasse. You see, on one hand, I was pretty psyched that the whole Psyop thing worked. You know, the guy, he didn't immediately uninstall the game upon finding out that he had been walled inside of his own base like a Chinese man when COVID hit. But on the other hand, you know, this guy, he was a total fucking pushover. You know, anything I told him to do, he went and did it. Which sounds like a good thing, but it's really not. At least for me, because I wanted the satisfaction of breaking somebody, you know? I wanted to slowly peel away at the layers of this man's psychiatric state until he was nothing but a shell of his former self. You know, I wanted to systematically belittle somebody into doing my bidding. But this British guy, he fucking robbed me of that. You know, I cut him the rawest deal in the history of business deals. And he just fucking goes, yeah, mate, oh yeah, I'll fucking get right on it, boss man. Yeah, I fucking love indentured servitude. Yeah, why don't you come on over to my house tonight, mate, and fuck me wife? She's making meatloaf tonight. Yeah, Teriyaki and Company requires a down payment in order to start service. So yeah, we're gonna need like 500 scrap, 5,000 sulfur, every molecule of stone you can spare, and if you got some food, that'd be nice too.
I've got some uncooked food. Do you want me to cook it?
Sure. And the scrap and the stone and the sulfur?
Alrighty. So
those are nice shoes. I like those shoes.
420 scrap.
Let me have those
Thank
shoes.
you. Thank you. I mean, if you
What
want.
size are those?
Yeah, boss man.
Yeah.
They're your size, coincidentally.
Damn, I look fresh as fuck in these Timbs,
They look
don't
good
I?
on you. They look good on you. Holy, you should just keep them.
Yeah, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fuck. I have returned, it's okay. Those were my decoy legs. I still got the real ones.
Don't worry. I didn't see anything. It must have been a bomber or something.
Yeah, Charlie came out the bushes, ambushed me. Nothing I could do.
So I didn't have 500 scrap, but I mean...
You know what? This will do. This will do. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Perfect.
Teriyaki and Company, we took a big risk investing so much into your safety. You as our most valuable asset. But you know what? If you continue to give us stuff like this, daily, preferably hourly, I foresee a very profitable business partnership, okay? Now I'm gonna go open that gate.
Yes, I agree.
I'm gonna close it here in a little while. What time is it now? You got an hour and a half.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna quickly go get some tools and get ready.
Yeah, I'll leave the chainsaw so that you can acquire more wood for me, though. I'm gonna go open this gate now. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go whack off or something, probably.
Alrighty, sounds good.
You want pictures?
Perfect.
Great.
I mean, video would be preferably, but I mean, pictures will do.
Videos cost extra. Alright, get out there and be somebody.
Okay, boss man. I'll be back.
So as it turns out, I wouldn't be seeing this guy soon, or ever again for that matter. You see, I waited until 1 o'clock, went over to his base again, he was nowhere to be found. So I shut the gate, hit him up on Discord, no response. I went on Battle Metrics, which is this little website you can use to check people's online status in Rust. This guy got off Rust 2 minutes after he left his base. And you want to know the best part? As of recording this right now, this fucking guy hasn't opened up Rust or Steam in 3 weeks. But if there's anything I can take away from this whole experience, it's that I now truly understand the plight of the employer in these modern times. And that being, you know, it really is hard to find good help these days.